In 12 hours, this will be done, ready to mold some blanks. I got plans to do this in a jerkbait and a tail spinner. I'll get this done, see how this bait works. So I have to figure out where I want, or where the best place to make the opening to pour the resin in would be. And it's looking like it's going to be a little bit back from the center of the bait, like right about here. I plan on, while molding it, I'm going to tilt it a little bit. So I already made like an air channel back here, so the resin can come out there when I pour it. I'm going to make one in the nose, and I'm going to put the sprue, or no, those are called sprues. I'm going to put the pouring opening right there. This stuff's super flexible. It's kind of hard to cut. This is Alumilite High Strength 3 is what it's called. I need the opening to be just big enough so I can pour in it, but I don't want it any bigger than that, because I still have to, or after it's hardened, I have to cut that off. So I just molded that one, this one, with a 1/4 ounce of lead in it, and I'm going to mold another one with an 1/8 ounce of lead in it, see if that'll do. I would prefer to put less weight in these, or as least weight in these as possible, and still have them work. Got a 1/4 mile walk through tick heaven before I get to my fishing spot. It is right next to a highway. Kind of loud. Already got a tick. 2 ticks. Ew. Made it. 3 ticks. Ew. 4. I got covered. First cast with the 1/4 ounce bait. I see it swimming. It's fluttering along. That's pretty sweet. Want to tie on the smaller one? There's a lighter one. I think I like the heavier one. It's more stable, but it's not, it doesn't just sink like a brick. It has more action. Sticking with this guy. Yeah, it's much more of a stable action. All right, time to get more ticks. I already got one. Get off of me. So I'm back home from testing, and I think I've changed my mind a little. I think I just want this bait to be a spinner, like a tail spinner, maybe an offset spinner. But there's nothing really special about a 2-inch jerk bait, if you could really call that bait that. It had a good swim, but I feel like you would just tie a jig on, 2-inch swim jig, it would be better. There's nothing really special about a 2-inch jerk bait, so I think I'm gonna drop that. And I think I'm gonna use this body that I just molded and make a tail spinner out of it for now. Got some more line from my pole. I was really low.
Ew. Disgusting. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but this bait wobbles and spins. It's like a swim spinner. It's kind of nasty in here. That's pretty sweet. Works good.
It's a couple days later and these baits are ready to paint now. I made one little change to them to help with the action. I moved the line tie from straight out of the nose to a little bit up. That's going to help it stay a little bit more stable in the water. I was noticing it needed that. But yeah, let's get to painting. I just put a white base coat on all of them, but now I have to figure out what to paint them. It's never an easy decision, so I'm looking up pictures of fish online. So after wasting too much time doing that, I've decided I'm going to paint 3 of them just a normal shad, and then the other 3 some sort of sunfish, bluegill hybrid, you know, like a panfish. Should look good. Yeah, I only made 6 of them, or I only molded 6 of them. I got batches of other baits going right now, so I didn't want this to dig too much time out of my busy schedule. So yeah, 3 shad, 3 bluegill. They should look good. So right away the shads are going to get some pearl white all over them. Now they're shiny. I don't know if you can see that. For the bluegill, I want them to be kind of colorful and flashy. So I'm going to start out with fluorescent yellow and do a coat of that all over them. I'm going to end up painting over most of that color. Like the only part that'll show through is towards the tail, but it's a good base to start on. Now I'm going to be really careful and not put too much of this on the shads. It's just going to go on the top flank, and it's got to be very little or it's going to look like crap. That's the most I want to do, because it gets really dark really quick if you paint too much, and then it's just like the white shiny pearl and then blue, and it looks, there's no fade. I just finished painting all of the tops or the backs and eye sockets black, and that's pretty standard with most baits paint schemes. especially the eye socket, painting those black. It makes the eye stand out more. That's really light pink. I'm gonna put that on the shad's bellies. It's barely noticeable, but it looks good. I got lucky and I had a stencil laying around for the bluegill stripes. I'm gonna use gray and just paint the stripes with this stencil and kind of stay on the outside of each line. All I have left to do on the shad is just paint the black dot. But for the bluegills, I need to do their stripes. They need an orange belly. Well, actually, they need a lot. I'm gonna put some gold on them. I need to paint their bellies white first. And then they need an orange belly, they need their stripes, and they need their ear, the black ear. And they need their blue gills. So, let's get to it. So fast forward a few steps and all I got to do is paint the black ear on the gills. Just like that. Last thing to do is just glue eyes on them and they'll be ready for clear coat. I want the bluegills to have like a reddish colored eye, something dark. I might be out of that though. Those are dark enough. Last thing I got to do is sign them, but they're so small. I use a fine tip Sharpie pen to sign my baits. This isn't going to be easy. I think I'm just going to put an M, like M and then 18 for 2018, because I can't do anything else really. I need to wait a while for that Sharpie ink to dry. But the next thing to do is clear coat. This clear coat's called KBS Diamond Clear. It's a super simple clear coat. You just dip your bait in it, hang it up, and then you have a drip wire off of the low point, so all of it drains off on this wire and leaves a super durable, thin clear coat. You need more coats, like 3 or 4, but really easy. You thin it with this stuff, or at least I thin it with this stuff. It works really well. I put plastic bags over the mason jar that it's in. Helps seal it really well. So I'm going to give those 3 more clear coats, and then all we got to do is take one of them and go catch a fish. Alright, let's catch something.
I don't fish this lake very much. I've probably been here twice before in my life. There's something. Oh jeez, came off. Got one. I set the hook on that too, so we should be good. Oh, he's barely hooked. By the skin of his mouth. bad. Something. First fish of the day. That's something big. Oh, it's coming in at me. I hope that's not a carp. Because it's big. Or bigger than that bass was. Oh, it spat it. Did you see that? It went bloop. How depressing. There's another guy. He hit right next to me. This guy's even smaller though. He's got some weird spots on his back. I want to know what that big fish was. If it was just a carp or not. Oh man, this has been the spot. Another dink. That's okay though. That's number 3. I really shouldn't be fishing all day today. I got more baits to make. But they're biting. Oh, another. Stay down. I don't know, something looks kind of off about that guy. Number 4. Last cast.